I would say one of the most important things I've learned over the past 3 years as a college gymnast would be how important taking care of your body is. It was about the 3rd month in to my freshman year. I ended up tearing my Achilles, which obviously took me out all season.
Just coming into college, trying to kind of figure everything out, like lifestyle-wise, eating-wise. Gymnastics is a lot different, so I feel like that definitely hit me my freshman year, and I think it was in January. So that's probably like 4 or 5 months into college. I got hurt. Basically, I broke my foot. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but just some stuff with the ligament.
I think mentally the hardest part was not just checking out. Julia was there as almost like a therapist. I think she was the only one I could go to actually get advice from, because it wasn't like, I could go to just like my therapist and explain, all of the issues I'm having. This was a physical thing. So I think leaning on Julia was probably the most important part of recovery.
Julia specifically would go to every doctor's appointment with me. She'd drive me, and she was really just helpful in the appointments, just being very specific and asking the doctor the questions, what I couldn't do, very specifically, because the injury, it's just like a long recovery process. I think it took almost like a full year to get fully back. And so Julia was super helpful, just kind of like planning it out month by month. And then coming back to school with Jake, he's been great, just checking in every single day. Even now towards the end of the season, he'll come up and just ask how I'm doing, ask how the foot's doing, how is it feeling, landing wise, because we're in season, we're doing like more hard landings. So he's been really good, just checking up, and then even doing stuff treatment wise, icing, heating, just ultrasound, all that. He's been very good, very on top of it, I would say, so that's been super helpful, just knowing that he's there. Coming in as a college athlete, it's so important to know that like the athletic training staff is there, because I think, again, like I said, it's so different from what we were used to. So definitely just like taking full advantage of, the treatments, icing, heat, all that stuff. It's so important to take advantage of that, because like your body will hurt and it is a lot different. So I think that taking full advantage of it, not being afraid to tell the trainers that you're sore or that you're hurting, because like that's why they're there to help you through that. So I think that was definitely a challenge for me personally, and I bet some of the freshmen now too, is like being okay with your body hurting and being okay to get help, because ultimately that's going to help us like get through the entire season, because it was a long season. So we want to make sure, both us, our coaches, and the staff want to make sure that we're feeling okay, our bodies are feeling okay. So definitely it's just so important to like take advantage of all the opportunities that we do have as student athletes. So. But yeah, they've both been super helpful, and again, I couldn't imagine like where I would be without them, just because it's both, like Kara said, like physically and mentally very challenging to come back from an injury, but having like the staff, Jake and Julia there, has just been wonderful, I would say.
Yeah, I think overall, it just really taught me how thankful I am for the athletic training staff. Jake is there in the morning every single day, and just like ready to help us with anything that we have. As we come up to the end of this season, I know we have all sorts of new aches and pains, and he's always there doing different things, trying different things, and making sure he just has the best treatment that works for us. So I know that the entire athletic program and athletes could not do it without them.
To Eastern Athletic Training and Jake and Julia specifically, we're so thankful for you and everything that you've done. We definitely could not be here without you, so thank you again just for everything and for always being so supportive.